All right, guys, so welcome to our weekly team chat. And tonight we are going to be hearing from Miss Natalie O'Leary. Pretty excited about this. Natalie and I connected through Tina Gonzalez. And Tina had such great things to say about Natalie, so we chatted for a bit, and we decided to swap team calls this week. So I did her call at 8, and she's hopping on to share her story with all of us and kind of, where she was, as an Emerald coach, and just having a little bit of self-doubt that she could get to where she is today, which is 6-star diamond. Woo, it's awesome. And elite, correct? Elite coach? Yes.
Yeah.
So she's going to go ahead and take off with her story and share a little bit more about how she got past those fears and what she did to do that. So I'm so excited to hear from you, Natalie. Thank you for hopping on.
And thank you for having me.
Mike.
Thank you, seriously, for having me. And again, the fact that you guys are on when there's important things going on in your life, like baseball and things that you love, that just shows that you are serious about your business. So kudos to you for taking time out tonight, because I know it's hard to pull yourself away from things that you love, but the fact that you're here is super exciting. I'm going to go just kind of dive into when I first started with Beachbody and kind of go from there so that you can kind of relate to my story, because probably in some sense, of the shape or form, you may have something that kind of hits home with you. So first of all, the fact that she said those things about me, again, seriously, it's just, I'm not anybody special at all. Seriously, I just decided one day from the start that I was in a fitness rut. I was about 10, 15 pounds overweight, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I'm also 5 feet nothing. So when you carry that extra weight, for me, it was kind of a weird weight. It was in weird spots, and none of my clothes were fitting anymore. And I was going to the gym twice a day. I was running half marathons. I was eating, I thought, healthy. And I'm like, what is wrong that I'm boohooing my eyeballs out in dressing rooms because nothing fits anymore? I don't understand. I think I'm doing all the right things. And it really put me into a deep, dark rut. And one day I saw the P90X infomercial and I saw it over and over again. And I was like, ooh, I want that for Christmas, honey. That's all I want for Christmas. It's all. I didn't get it. I'm like, for real? That's all I asked for. I mean, seriously. And he just kind of laughed at me whenever I didn't get it. And I was kind of pouting. I was like, it's all. So I did what everybody does that really wants something. And I went to eBay and I bought my P90X, right? Are you cringing already? So I'm one of those. I went to eBay. I purchased my program because I was trying to save money. I had no idea what Beachbody even was. I just saw the infomercial and started the program with a couple people from work. I had said, you guys, I'm starting this program. And one of the girls like, I'm doing it too. And then a couple other girls were like, we're doing Insanity. So we were like, let's do it all together. So I'm posting my before and after pictures on the P90X like page, right? So all of a sudden I'm getting all this attention from people I don't know saying, oh my gosh, join my group, join my team. And I'm like, who are these people? And why do they even care about my before and after picture? Because I was so proud of my transformation. It was like 20 days in, 30 days in, 40 days in. I was seeing transformation. I was like, this is amazing. So I kept sharing it over and over again. And these people, these weird cult people were like, hey girl, private message, you can be a part of my private accountability group. And I'm like, So a couple people did finally stand out to me like they were normal people. So I was like, okay, maybe I will sign up on that free weird link they said that's, just for accountability, that link that you send to people to sign up on your free Beachbody page or whatever. So I finally did. It was between two coaches, and mine happened to be Heather Foltz, and she put me in this accountability group, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. There's all these people who are doing programs. Everybody's supportive. and, you know, sharing their stories. And so I was like, this is the best thing since sliced bread. So I would go in there every single day and post. And I finished P90X and then decided to do Insanity. So then I went to Craigslist and I got my Insanity. And despite the fact that poor Heather was pouring all this value into me, and I still went off to a different place to get that, as well as Shakeology. I went to eBay to get Shakeology because I thought I was saving money. So my first tip in all of that, don't discount people because they go to a different site, or they go to Amazon, or they go to anything else. Borrow a bag of Shakeology, burn a DVD. The coworkers that I worked with burned DVDs. Again, before I was actually coaching, well, actually after I started coaching, people were burning DVDs right in front of me at work. And I had to accept the fact that they were just doing it. It was illegal and it wasn't right, but I just had to accept it. And I still had to love them anyway, right? So anyway, so I signed up to coach. Actually, it was May of 2012. After pondering with my husband, I was like, you know, I love this community. I love what it stands for. I love that I can pay this forward. I'm already doing it with people at work. I may as well try to do this coaching thing. And again, I didn't even realize there was a compensation plan per se. I really didn't. It was really nice. So, you know, I didn't come into this business to, you know, create this really successful business. It was really because I was like, this is like legit. People are getting results. And if I can like help a few people, my job is done, right? Seriously. The whole Pearl mentality was, I'm going to save the world and I don't care if I get paid for it or whatever. So anyway, signed up and purchased my challenge pack and was like, ripping a Band-Aid off, $140. And it, you know, wasn't that I had that kind of money laying around at the time, but my husband was like, you know, worst thing that happened, you try this, you hate it, and you get your money back. And so I was like, you're right. You're really right. And so Heather throws me into her coaching group, and the whole buzz in the coaching group immediately was, you got to hit Success Club. You got to hit Success Club, Success Club, Success Club. What the heck is Success Club? And this is before there was like teen trainings or, you know, even Coach Basics or any of that. Basically, Heather said, go to the Coach Online office, do the Coach Training Academy, and let me know when you're done. Print out everything. Like, she didn't even really talk to me until I printed out the slip that did the entire Coach Online Training Academy. So, being that, I was like, okay, well, I better like do this really quickly. So I did the whole thing in a weekend, which was a lot of information. My head was spinning. I'm like, what did I do? Like, what did I get myself into? I don't know. It's this craziness. And I was like, I'm sticking with it though. Whatever. I'm gonna figure this out. And then also the buzz was getting to Emerald. So I had to figure it out. When you sign up to become a coach, you hit Success Club and you become Emerald right away. That was just embedded in my brain. You just do that, right? There wasn't, oh, well, you could, or you should. No, you do. So I was like, okay, well, I got to figure this out. So I signed my husband up again. Was like, oh, yikes, here I go, spending more money in this thing, you know. And then I signed up my girlfriend who was doing the P90X with me because she wanted a discount on Shakeology, and she kind of did me a favor. And granted, it's crazy. She's still with me to this day. She was really my actual first coach, but she doesn't do much of the business, but she's still with me because she loves the community and she loves what we, do and all that. But I digress. So again, at the time to hit Success Club, you had to sign up a coach every single month. You couldn't just sign up customers. The requirement was you had to sign up a coach as well, which freaked me out because I've never done network marketing. I've never recruited. I didn't know what I was doing. So I did this horrible begging, pleading, I will come clean your house, wash your dog, wash your car. If you will please just sign up for the challenge pack for the discount to become a coach just because I need to hit Success Club. I did this for probably 6 months. It was terrible. And I feel really horrible with people that I did this to. It was badgering. Girl, you really need a discount, and I will give you a shaker cup, and I will give you a gift card and whatever. So this was my recruiting style for the first 6 months, just to hit that requirement of Success Club. So fast forward a little bit, our founding coach, she decided to do what was called a Big Fat Boot Camp, which was the first training that our team actually had that wasn't in the online office. And so I thought, this woman, she has made it far. She's in the $1 Million Club. She has success. I need to listen to what she says. She has something that I don't. She has had success. She's helping a lot of people, and I'm not. I was helping people get, on the challenge groups and that sort of thing, but not to the level she was. So I decided that I was going to do her group, and I wasn't going to skip a day, and I was going to do it right before work. Granted, at the time I was working a corporate job that was draining the life out of me. But, it was one of those things where you have to pay the bills, and it's just, you have to go to work, right? So anyway, the first thing she said was, you have to start doing personal development. Okay, she's doing personal development. I need to do personal development. So she assigned the book, The Compound Effect. I'm sure you've heard of it. Most coaches have read it. But that was my first ever anything with personal development. So I would come home after work, get in the bathtub from my stressful day, and read The Compound Effect. And I was like, this is magical. Whatever this is in this book is like magical. I was like, this is insane. So I need to do more of that. So after a month of that training, it was literally, I think that was one of the turning points in my business, is that here I have something in my lap that I thought was just an outlet to help people with health and fitness. But it's actually also an outlet to create a different life for myself and for other people, not just with health and fitness. So that's where my mind started to dabble a little bit of, again, I'm still thinking in my head, I'm never going to be that diamond thing, but I will be great as an emerald coach. I will be great, and a great emerald coach. And fast forward again, it was, I guess about 9 months into coaching. I had, by the skin of my teeth, at the time, to go to the Success Club trip, you had to earn it. You really couldn't pay your way. You had to have a certain level of Success Club points. And I've made it by the skin of my teeth. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty at all. It was very much by the skin of my teeth. And I thought, it's going to cost me money once I get there. But I feel like it's going to be my first Beachbody event. I need to invest in this, right? So went to Success Club trip, which was in Disney. That's my first encounter with Tina. And I remember meeting her, and Heather introduced us, and she made me feel like the most important person in Disney, really and truly. Like, she didn't know me from Adam. She didn't have to care about how our conversation went. I will never benefit her team. I will never benefit her paycheck. But she made me feel like the most important person in Florida. And I was like, I like this woman. Like, I feel warm and fuzzy. And so anyway, while at the Success Club trip, my husband actually went with me. And he's been very supportive along the way, but he never really felt, oh, you're going to do whatever with this business. He's just always kind of been there to support me or whatever. And when we're at the trip, when most people were out in the amusement parks and soaking all the sunshine up, I went to every single one of the trainings and workshops, and I was like, oh my gosh. Like, every single person on stage was speaking to me, and they were like, I am a normal person, just like you, who decided to go for it and, had success because of XYZ. And I had just become a diamond coach that week. Again, this was not a pretty diamond. It was a shaky diamond. I had discount coaches. There's nothing wrong with discount coaches. I'm just saying there were no business builders. My 2 emeralds were really shaky, but it was a diamond. But I kept listening to these people who had so much success, and they were like, I'm just a normal person. So you out there listening, just flip that mind switch. Just flip it. Flip it right now and know that if you're willing to be consistent and do what you are supposed to do every single day, then you can have whatever level of success you want. And I remember walking away from that trip, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to beg anybody anymore to join my team. I'm not going to beg anyone to sign up for the discount. I'm not going to wash their car. I'm not going to wash their dog. I'm going to share this amazing opportunity for what it is. It's a freaking gift that has been put in my lap because for whatever reason, I was in a fitness rut the year before. Thank you, Jesus, that I was in a fitness rut, right? So I really, my mind went, wait a minute. This is a gift that I'm going to start sharing with people instead of begging people, because the business I was building then wasn't a solid business, and it really wasn't doing anybody a whole lot of justice for just bringing them on to save $15, really, right? So from then and there, I was like, literally, I was just saying a few minutes ago, my corporate job gave me knots in my stomach every single Sunday night. Monday morning, I woke up sick to my stomach. I was depressed. I was like, this is no way to live my life. And dragging my heels into work every single day, it just was eye-opening. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't think this is how we're supposed to live. And knowing that I had something in my lap that could potentially be life-changing, I was like, you know what? I'm changing. I'm changing everything. I'm changing my business. I'm changing how I talk to people. I'm going to figure this out. I'm not going to try to get lucky at this gig. I'm going to get good at it, and I'm going to figure it out. So that's when things changed. Went to Summit that year as a 1-star, and then went to leadership as a guest that year from my coach Heather took me. And again, I was surrounded by all these successful people, and I was like, you're surrounded by all these amazing people, and you just want to be a part, of that success. So again, around that time, I started to create the income that was about matching my corporate pay. And I decided to talk to my parents. Not that I'm an adult, right? But I've always thought highly of my parents' opinion. And they've always supported every single thing that I've done in my life. So I call them and I say, hey guys, I'm thinking about leaving my corporate job. That's killing me inside because I'm depressed and I have anxiety every day because I'm going to really pursue my coaching career. And you would have thought that I had killed someone. You would have thought that I was doing something terrible. You would have thought that I was about to jump off a cliff. And it was so devastating to me because my parents, again, have always supported every single thing that I did. And they were like, absolutely, do not do that. You are crazy. You're going to destroy your life. And I had to finally say, I cannot talk to you right now, and hang up. And there was a barrier between us for months because I finally did leave my corporate job 3 years ago, actually, to about today. And it was the most liberating experience I've ever felt, knowing that I had an opportunity in my lap that could grow into something that would change our life. So after, thank you. That seriously. I just remember walking into my boss's office and I was like, hey, I wanted to put my notice in. And granted, I had been at this particular corporation for 9 years. And she's like, but after 10 years, you get an extra week of vacation. And I was like, really? How about I can take an extra week of vacation anytime I want to, right? And she was like, so where are you going? I can't believe you're leaving us. And I was like, Beachbody. She's like, that Shakeology thing? And I'm like, yeah, that Shakeology thing. So anyway, it happened. And again, my parents were like, not even talking to me. We didn't talk on the phone for a long time. It was really, really hard. But yeah, it was very hard. But now we're good. Obviously, they realized that we've built our dream home this past year. We were living in a very small townhome, and now we're in our dream home that I can't even tell you how it's still surreal to us. But the fact of it all is that you can do whatever you want to in this business as long as you have the belief and know that you can do it. And so just really quickly, I'm going to fast forward into the next year, and then we'll go into really kind of some tangible things you can use to kind of go forward in your business. And so after I did leave my corporate job, that's when I was like, I'm not focusing on me so much anymore. I'm focusing on the people that I bring in. So as soon as I would bring someone in, and if they really, really, really wanted it, I would pour everything that I could into them if they wanted to reach a certain rank or level or income or whatever. And, that was a lot of 2000, gosh, what year are we in? 14, 15, I guess. And that year was our first year of Elite. First year of Elite. And then last year we hit Elite again, which and it was just because our team culture just was like, let's do this. Like, we're unapologetically helping people. We're unapologetically building this business. We're unapologetically putting ourselves out there continually, no matter what people say, even if it's your parents that you love dearly. So I'm going to kind of go into what happened when the flip switched in my head. I had to figure out how to get good. Again, I just told you how terrible I was at this business for the first 6 to 9 months. Terrible. And that's okay, because guess what? I don't think we woke up when we were like a 5-year-old and say, when I grow up, I want to be in network marketing, right? I don't think that we did. If you did, awesome. Good for you. That's great. I didn't even know what network marketing was until 6 months into coaching, right? So just like you do as a nurse, as a doctor, as a teacher, as any profession, you have to learn the skills to get good. You don't just say, hey, I'm going to be a doctor and I'm going to go operate on somebody's brain without having the skills and going to school and learning how to get good, right? So that's when I just threw myself into everything network marketing, everything to build a business, everything Eric Worre, which I'm sure you guys know. Eric Worre, he's my mentor, even though he doesn't know he's a mentor. He is. He's amazing. And I've just had the great experience to go to a lot of his events, and his events, his book, everything Eric Worre has changed my business and getting over myself, right? And inviting people to this opportunity and doing it the right way. And without doing it, without word vomiting, without being weird or icky, right? Doing it in a professional way like you would as a teacher or a nurse. So I'm going to go over 6 or 7 sort of steps or things to kind of put into your head on how to get over your fear of rejection or get over your fear of inviting, and know that this is the gateway skill to growing your business. So it takes, again, those skills to actually grow your business. So number 1, and I'm going to have to look over here because I don't want to miss anything. But number 1 is making a concrete decision right here, right now, right? That you are going to master how to invite people to this opportunity. And there's, again, Eric Worre gives a million different wonderful reasons or ways to do that. But you're going to learn it like you ride a bike. So it's easy. So what happens when you're bad at something? You don't want to do it, right? It sucks. It's not fun. So you don't do it. Seriously. So if you're really bad at inviting, you're not going to really want to do it. But if you're good and it starts to get fun, then you do it more. So get to where you have made the decision that this is your business and you're going to get really, really, really good at inviting, right? So getting past all of these insecure feelings and feeling that those gaps of doubt with belief with what we have, okay? And like I said earlier, don't get lucky, because you're not going to get lucky in this business. You're not. You have to get really good at it. Unfortunately, it's not built on luck. I wish it was, but it's not. So number 2, have a recruiting mindset that we have a gift, an opportunity to give people. So don't be apologetic when you're talking to people. Don't go into it like, oh, I'm sorry, you probably don't want to do this, but like I was doing. Go into it, knowing that this is a solution for so many things. It's a solution for health and fitness, people's lives changing. It's a solution for financial situations. It's a solution for people, to have a just a better overall community. There's so many facets of life that people can use this opportunity. So don't decide for someone before you actually ask. Because I've done that before, and I've been so guilty of deciding for someone before I asked. And somebody actually decided to ask before me. And then obviously the person decided to go and do something, whether it's a different network marketing company or coaching. So, okay, so let me, my notes here. All right. Number 3 is collecting friends, right? So that means collecting relationships. This is obviously a relationship building business. And I really feel like, with our team, it's all about our relationships and just building them over time. And, even like not necessarily building them just for this business, but you can find new friendships, right? It doesn't have to have some kind of ulterior motive in the back of your head. Just go and find new friends. And over time, if you feel that there's a void in somebody's life that you have become friends with or built a relationship with, that's when you can go in and present, hey, I noticed that you had posted, or you said to me that you really wanted to lower your blood pressure, or, whatever it is, or you've been laid off and you need an opportunity, whatever it is, just getting to know people on a relationship basis, collecting friends just every single day. Number 4, positive daily habits. Obviously these are our behaviors, like the vital behaviors. So I had said earlier about personal development. We talk about it all the time. It's almost like blah, blah, blah. Really, you hear about the personal development, blah, blah. Really starting your day out with that can change your whole day, right? So if you wake up and you like a crabby mood and you read an email and somebody ticks you off and then your day is destroyed. Well, what if you wake up and the first thing you do is you're, reading something super uplifting, or like you said, the 10X rule or whatever, and it's like, oh, I've got this day, like I'm going to conquer this day. I don't care what happens to me. I've got this. So when things come at you, because they will, it's just life, right? Things are going to come at you. So if you can start your day with personal development, I'm not telling you how to run your day. I'm just saying, if you can, that's amazing. Before I was able to leave my job, on the way to work, it was personal development, just listening to it, so that when I got to work, I wasn't, oh my gosh, this is terrible. Because again, I was super negative, like very, very negative in life. But PD does help. But if you can get it in before all those outside things start creeping into your head, that's an amazing way to create positive daily habits. And it is a daily habit. So once you get out of the habit, you're not going to do it. It's just going to be not on your calendar or your radar to do. So just creating it, so it's just like clockwork. You wake up, you do your PD, right? Whatever. So you're either going to be a slave to bad habit or a good habit. So choosing the good ones is probably best for your business and best for your life. So let's see. Number 5, always being prepared. So that means kind of knowing your story. We all have a story. You may think you don't have a story, but you do. But kind of perfect it to where if you are to run into somebody, maybe you're on an airplane or an elevator or somewhere, and you just start talking to somebody and they ask about your shirt, like insanity or whatever. Just have something that's like really quick that you can kind of tell people about whatever. And then having the tools to share with people, like videos, third-party tools, that sort of thing. And again, kind of forget about the facts, but remember your story. People are going to remember your story. They're going to remember what's in Shakeology. So they're not going to go, oh, so it's got probiotics and ashwagandha or all that stuff. Like, they're going to go, really? But how does it make you feel? Oh my gosh, I feel amazing. I had like terrible heartburn before, and I was bloated all the time, and now I have all this energy. I feel amazing, and you know, like, so feeling and telling your story versus the facts. So being prepared with that. So I think you'll kind of know, like, if you're following certain coaches on social media, there's certain ones you connect with, and they are the best storytellers, right? They are. You want to see and you want to read and you want to hear what they have to say, because they have great stories. They have great ways of presenting whatever is going on in their life. So breadcrumbing your story and being a storyteller. So learn how to tell your story or other people's stories, sharing, you know, before and after pictures, that sort of thing. But becoming the storyteller really and truly is very much of attraction marketing. And, you know, you don't want to share, well, you don't want to necessarily copy other coaches. Obviously, do your own thing, but you can be kind of inspired by watching other coaches and seeing how they present and get better at sharing your own story, right? All right, number 6, enthusiasm. All right, so you need to have like super hardcore enthusiasm for your business, right? People need to know that you are the person to go to when they need health and fitness, because you're going to be there. You're excited. You're, you know, super energetic. You have so much enthusiasm about this business that they know that if they join you, you're not leaving them in 2 weeks. They know that you're going to be alongside them 100% of the way, or 100% of the way, and that you are not going to lose momentum, that you're always happy. You're always excited about this business. Same with the opportunity. You love this opportunity. You're so enthusiastic about it that you're coming out of the screen. You know, you're so happy about waking up every day because you found this, right? So always share that enthusiasm. You know, it's easy to just kind of lose momentum sometimes. We all do. But you've got to regain that enthusiasm. Think about the first day you signed up, and the first challenger you signed up, the first coach you signed up, when you first hit that emerald rank, when you first whatever. Hold that enthusiasm inside of you and just share it. Just be that light. You think about the people, again, that you follow, and if they have that sort of light and enthusiasm about them, you want to read their stuff. You want to be around them. So think about that whenever you're thinking about this business and, you know, what it's done for you. So let's see. Number 7, I think this is pretty much it. And there's a few more things. I hope I'm not running over. I'm talking a lot. Sorry. Okay. Think big, right? Think outrageously big about your business, because like the 10X rule as well, if you think, well, I want to reach about here, right? Well, if you really, I can't even like how to describe it other than the fact that what happens if you do reach up here and you think that big and you only get to about right here? That's way farther along than you would if your thoughts were down here and you got to about right here. So you always want to think outside like of the spectrum, that you can do whatever the heck you want to do with this business. Anything, seriously, anything. I don't know where you all are, if you just started again, or if you've been a vet and you've been here for a while, but just think about that there's no limit to what you can do. There's really not, and that's pretty amazing. So amazing. Sorry, I'm so excited sometimes. I'm sweating. Okay, all right, so, another tangible thing is recruiting in bunches. So this was a big turning point in my business, was doing the 20 and 30 days. If you know Eric Worre, he's really big in recruiting massive amount of people at one time. And there's a lot of reasons behind it. And there's an hour-long video, obviously I'm not going to get into. But think about really going through, even setting maybe like a 2-week period to where you're just putting your blinders on and you're not judging anybody. And you are asking everybody, and you're not saying, oh, well, they wouldn't want to because, or they wouldn't want to because, or they wouldn't want to because. Recruit in bunches. And what happens is when you recruit a lot of people at one time, then all of a sudden your culture it gets really excited and everybody else wants to do the same thing. And then people become success partners when they come on at the same time. It's just this big wave of just growth that it's really hard to put into words. But if you have not seen the video, Recruit 20 in 30 Days with Eric Worre, you have to watch it if you want to like grow your business in masses. And I don't say masses in a non-intimate way, because obviously our business is built on intimacy and built on relationships. So when I say that, it's still, building relationships with people. It's just building a lot of them. So one of the things I like to tell my coaches is write a chicken list of people who you think would be incredible coaches, but you are so chicken to ask, right? We all have those people. We see them, they're like so awesome, and oh my gosh, they would be amazing, but I'm so nervous and chicken to ask that person because of whatever reason that you have in your head. Like, get over if you can see that. I don't see any kids on, but get over your damn self, okay? So, right? Because that's what's holding you back from inviting somebody is yourself. So writing your chicken list, this is your action plan, right? Writing your chicken list of 5 people that you are petrified of to ask, but would rock this business. What happened was, several things. Number one, I asked, I had read a marketing book and it said basically do that. And I asked a girl, and I sent a message and I'm like, hey girl, I know you've done a couple of challenges with me. And I just was curious, have you ever considered coaching? And I was like, send. Oh God, I sent it. She read it. Oh my God. And she's not responding to me. I'm dying inside. I don't know why, because I love this opportunity, but still, it's that one person or 2 people that you're scared of. So it took her like a day or so to respond. And finally she did. She was like, I actually have for about a year. And she's like, what do I need to do? And this is somebody who had never drank Shakeology. She was like anti-shake, blah, blah, blah. But she had done 21 Day Fix and Hammer and Chisel. And this girl's like super ripped. She doesn't like really need Beachbody, but she wanted to do something at home. So anyway, make a long story short, she said, let me think it over. What do I need to do? And I was like, really? Wow. I'm so glad I asked. Well, she signed up, and about a week or so in, she's like, it's funny because someone else had just asked me right around the same time, but you were my coach, so I decided to go with you instead of that person. But if I hadn't have asked her, then the person that had asked her, she could have gone with, right? Okay. She is now a diamond coach, and she has hit Success Club 10 plus every single month that she has signed up. Not just 10, I'm talking like 20 plus, right? She signed up in March, I think. So she's close to becoming a 10 all-star. And she is amazing, you guys. Like, there was a reason why that somebody else asked her, number one. There's a reason why I was kind of nervous, because she's awesome, right? But the whole point of that is that if there's a reason why you're kind of nervous, there's probably a reason why you should ask, right? Another scenario really quickly, and I'm going long. There was another girl who I really thought would be awesome, and I kept thinking, I really should probably ask her. I probably should ask her. Well, she messaged me one day. She's like, I just want to let you know, I decided to become a Beachbody coach. I just wanted to let you know, because I had done one of your challenges before, but one of my girlfriends just signed up, and I'm kind of doing her a favor to get her to Emerald, and I may like take off with the business with her. And I was like, really? Why didn't I ask her? There's a reason why I should have asked her. So whole point of that is get over what's going on up in here and just do it, right? There's a reason why you think people are amazing, and other people feel the same way about them. So you need to be the person to ask, okay? So that's it. I think that's pretty much it. So just to start, I wanted to be that Emerald coach. I was going to be the forever Emerald coach. And then a lot of PD and a lot of getting to know this business and figuring it out. And here we are. So does anybody have any questions?
I love that. Thank you so much. That was so great. I took like almost 4 pages of notes.
Oh, yay.
So,
That's good.
well, I just wanted to say a couple things that like stood out to me, and then I have a question for you. But how you said like, on your way to work, you were listening to personal development, like that was your first thing. That was so me. Same exact thing when I was driving to the hospital for my 12-hour shifts, and it actually helped. So if you're still working a 9 to 5, or you're nursing and you're doing those 12-hour shifts, it's such a great way to get yourself in the right state of mind to go into your workplace if you're not happy with it, until you can create that bridge, if that's what you're working towards, to reduce your hours or quit your job. And then what else did you were saying about being a good storyteller. That's so true. Like knowing your story. I know I'm guilty of it. I probably don't share mine enough, but breadcrumbing it. So if you guys haven't heard from that or heard about breadcrumbing, it's just little pieces of your story. So you don't have to share your full story from beginning to end, each time. It's just little bits and pieces of it to give people a glimpse at where you were and what Beachbody has done for you. So I love that. I loved all the tips that you gave. So thank you so much. My question was, do you recruit your challengers, or are you recruiting like people who have never done a challenge?
I've done both. I do both.
Okay.
Originally, it was challengers. I have a big free group of people who you don't even like necessarily buy a program, but are just fitness oriented, that sort of thing, who just I've reached out to and said, do you want to join this free group? It's full of accountability, motivation, blah, blah, blah. And if they're in there posting a good bit, I'm going to ask them, because you're running my group, like, for me. Seriously, I could like leave for a week and you would run my group. So that sort of thing, not necessarily having to do a challenge group, but just being a part of that. And then I have done those who are just going to the gym, CrossFit, business-minded people, anything that, or people who are just needing an opportunity. And those are more the times when I'm doing the big wave of like 20 and 30. Like I've done that probably 3 or 4 times since coaching. I'll like just seriously just close the blinders and go for like 2 or 3 weeks of inviting. And so when I'm doing that, I do more of just anyone. So, but ideally the best coaches for me do come from challenge groups, but I have had some who are just for, needing an opportunity. So.
Okay. And when you're like doing all that inviting, are you still like leading your team, or are you saying, hey team, like I'm going on this recruiting binge, I'll be back at this point?
I'm so guilty of still going into the team.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's a few leaders that can just kind of do their thing too, but I'll have a lot who have branched off too. So, and then sometimes I'll invite them to do it with me, but that's kind of hardcore for some who are, working a lot of hours and that sort of thing. So I don't want them to like completely burn themselves out, because it does take a lot to do the 20 and 30, but it's definitely worth it in the end.
Yes. Yeah, I have attempted that, and I don't know that I've gotten 20 or 30 coaches. Some might have been discount. So, but I was definitely doing a lot of inviting to challenge groups and the business app. So it really is a great way to build. I agree. I need to do it again, and we as a team should do it, So if you guys aren't sure what she's talking about, I know that video and I can share it under the recording of this. It's about an hour long, and Eric Worre goes over like all the stats of why you want to do this, what you'll end up with afterwards, like of recruiting this many people. He really explains it, why you should be doing this a few times in your business. And this is what it typically will take to get to that 6-figure mark. So if that's your goal, this is something that you should definitely consider doing. And I also wanted to say, did you go to his, what is it, the GoPro Mastery?
Yeah, I've been to two of his masteries, and then two of the Successful Women in Network Marketing, and then I'm going to the one in December.
Yay, I'm going too. And
Oh, good.
yeah, I know Lisa Burdick's going. She's on this call. I'm not sure if anybody else from the
Oh.
team is going, but that's awesome. So we'll have to meet for sure.
Yes, for sure. Oh my gosh, Tony Robbins will be there again, and then why can't I ever remember his name? He's like super famous. Branson.
Yeah.
Branson.
Yep.
Oh, those are so incredible. Like you walk away and you're like, oh, like I get it. Like aha, so many aha moments. Yeah.
I can't wait. Yeah, and if anybody on the call is interested in going to that, I'm pretty sure that there's people within our team that have discounted tickets on sale. So if you're interested, just shoot me a message and I'll get you more info on that too. It's going to be epic. So.
All right, so I'm just going through these messages here.
Oh yeah, I have it pulled up. So I was going to read them, but if you want to read them and kind of answer.
Sorry, they keep scrolling and they keep going back. Actually trying to find people who work. Okay, this is seriously, it's funny because you feel like you sometimes are recruiting someone that you're like, this person's gonna be a rock star. They're gonna take off, and then they sign up and they're like MIA for the rest of your life. And you're like, what just happened? That they were like gonna be awesome. And then there's some of those who start out simply for the discount. It's so funny. And they're like, oh no, I don't want to do anything with this business. And then you put them in your group anyway, your coach group. And then they're getting these results and they're walking around like an infomercial, right? And then all of a sudden they're like, maybe I want to do a little bit with the business. And next thing you know, they dig into training. So it's just really, and I hate to say this because it's so not a personal thing, but it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. You don't know who's going to do what. And you can't, and I had to learn this the hard way, is I used to drag people. Come on, you can do this. Come on, girlfriend. Come on, dude. Come on. Like, come on, you can do this. And then they're like, defriend or whatever. And then you're like, oh, I just wasted all my energy in this person who did nothing. And they had no desire, and I thought they did. It's finding the people who you're like, oh my gosh, you just sold a challenge pack. What did you do? Like, how did you do that? And like, that was amazing. And then let them share that with the team. You did this, you invited, whatever. And pouring into those people who are doing the action. They're asking, I just did this part of the training. Can you help me with this? I mean, people who are doing, and seriously, I would let so many coaches drain and suck the life out of me because I just wanted it for them so bad. I want you to succeed so bad. Come on, you've got it inside of you. That they got to want it for themselves. And as far as attracting those people, it's just finding them. It's just finding them. And a lot of it has to do with people like you. If you attract people like you, so just find the people that are like you, right? I guess it sounds like that's not a great answer, but it's true. And like Eric already said, seriously, like you can recruit like 20 people and maybe like 2 or 3 might do something. That's awful, but it's true. And it's not everybody's cut out for this. We want them to be, we want them to succeed, but yeah. So I don't know if that helped or not.
It does. And we've all heard it before, but like it helps to hear it from another leader, that it's across the board. Like it happens to everybody. You recruit so many, but only so many are actually going to be runners and want to do something with this business, because it does take daily effort and consistency and showing up and going through those ups and downs. And not a lot of people are willing to go through that. You have to have a big heart of service and a huge mission to work this business. So kudos to all the people who are on this call, to learn more, and forever grateful for everybody here. So I don't know if there was more questions or not. Did you get them all?
Sure. It's people who haven't experienced our programs. It is a little bit harder. it is just, having them sign up with the challenge pack and like having them experience it once they do sign up. But attracting them, again, I don't know. I think some people are just looking for an opportunity. They're just looking for something greater than their 9 to 5 or greater than whatever they're doing. So it's kind of attraction marketing and sharing your lifestyle in a way that's not, oh, look at me in my Louis Vuitton and my mansion or whatever, but sharing more of like a lifestyle of, oh, well, I'm doing this during the day and I wouldn't have been able to, you know what I'm saying? Just sharing more of a lifestyle and then people being attracted to that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. Like putting out the cool things that you get to experience because of your business. So like maybe not all of you have that time freedom yet, but like the fact that you could work your business from basically anywhere, that's a cool thing to share. Just the things that it allows you to do, what it has changed in your life, and you're going to start to attract people that want that in their lives too. So
I love this. I love the ones that are like, and because a lot of the other things like leaving your corporate job or 6 figures, whatever, is not sometimes relatable. So sharing, oh my gosh, I just filled my gas tank up with my income from Beachbody, or oh my gosh, I was just able to buy my kids' soccer practice, or what I'm saying, just things that are like enriching your life because of Beachbody. And does it have to be this glorious, oh my God, I just bought an island, because people who don't relate to that, they're like, well, screw you, So just sharing those little bits and pieces of that, like, oh, wow, I would love to be able to take my husband on, a weekend getaway or whatever, things like that. So sharing those bits and pieces like that, I think people can relate to too. So I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I think there was a couple more. During your 20 and 30 days, how much time are you spending forming? Are you going straight to the invite?
That's a great question because I feel like a lot of the forming's done prior.
Yeah, you have to prep, right? Like prep for it almost? Okay.
Yeah, it's much like a prep thing. Like you've already kind of talked to people. And we're doing a really fun thing in our team this month. It's called, kind of a gratitude, getting to reach out to people. Hold on, let me find the actual thing. So it's giving you a template, or not a template, but a person or people to talk to every single day, not on a Beachbody, not relating to Beachbody at all, but just give me just a second, I'll find it. Sorry. Okay, 30 days of gratitude, appreciation, and action. So these are your daily connections you're going to make with people. Today was connecting with old friends. So maybe you haven't had a connection with someone that's that you haven't spoken to in like 5 years, but you're friends with them on Facebook. Reach out to them. If you see something that you're like, oh my gosh, I just saw Bobby just had honor roll. I am so excited for him. Something like that. Day 2, family members. Day 3, neighbors. Day 4, thank someone for something they've done for you. Or 5, compliment someone. I can send you this.
Yes, that's awesome. I love that. I was just going to say that.
Yeah, so it's 30 days of just giving you an idea of who to connect with on a level of just connecting with them in a personal message. And so this is kind of prepping, and I mean, and again, not an ulterior motive, but just connecting with people because you just honestly want to connect with them. But you can go back because you're going to probably have a conversation with them for a couple of days, or most likely they're going to respond back if you're like, oh my gosh, I just saw you guys just went on this awesome vacation. Who was your travel agent, or, whatever, and just find out what they're doing and talk to them. Look at their post on Facebook and talk about it to them. And the template just gives you who to talk to every single day.
Cool.
So, and then from there, I mean, like you can go through people you don't want to necessarily just random go, hey, I don't know who you are, but you want to join my team?
Right.
So I think the forming part process is very important, but doing that prior. So
great.
challenger falls off the first week, how many times we keep helping them? I try to just reach out on, like, again, like a personal basis, even if they have fallen off, and just be like, hey, I just want to check in with you. How's life? So eventually they sometimes want to come back and do another challenge, or it's just not always the right time for people. And, we can't beat ourselves up, number one, if they quit, or beat them up because if they have things that are going on in their life, it's just maybe not the right time. So just connecting with them again, periodically, just a hello, how are you? And just not letting them fall off the face of the earth. Even if they, and this is so funny, but even if they don't respond, and I look at some, it's so funny that going back through some messages, I'm like, hey girl, how are you? I just said it. Hey, it's been a while. I was going to check in with you. And then this string of messages, it's just me talking. And then finally they come back, oh my gosh, I really want to do this challenge group. I'm like, I've been talking to you for 6 months and you've never said a word back to me, but now you're ready. Okay, it's fine. Again, it's just getting over yourself and like, it's okay. It's all right. You're ignoring me, right? Eventually you're going to come around when they're ready. So as
true.
much as it stinks sometimes.
It's like you're talking to a wall.
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome. Somebody else had a question about the meeting. Deva, which meeting were you talking about?
I'm not sure how to work this, but can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was talking about the meeting. Remember the one you were talking about? Everybody was going. It's going to be so. Then Tony Robbins is going to be there and all of that.
Oh, yes. That's called Go Pro Mastery. And it's in December in Vegas. And it's December.
Yes.
What is that? December
1st through the 4th.
Yeah, 1st through the 4th. So,
okay.
And Rebecca, Laura said she has a ticket on sale because unfortunately she won't be able to go. So you can, I think you're on her team, right? Or within her team, Deva?
Yeah. I think I am within her team. I don't know everybody on my team yet.
Yeah, you're newer, right? You're one of Sarah's coaches, huh?
Yeah, I'm like brand new. And there was someone who made a comment that, if they fall off the first week, then, I don't think that they're going to hang around and, succeed in a challenge or succeed as a coach. I kind of beg to differ that because you want to, just like me, I'm like super excited about doing it. And then like a week into the time that I started doing it, I got jury duty. And then I literally just finished jury duty today. And I happened to see about this webcast. I was like, oh, let me get in it. You know what I mean? Because I came home and I was just like completely dog tired. Not that I didn't want to do this though. It's that I got stuck with the jury duty thing. So, I mean, it may not mean that they don't want to do it. It may mean that they became somewhat involved or whatever, in whatever life had going on for them at the time. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, it's just not the right time. Like Natalie said, things come up in people's lives. Maybe they have a sick parent or whatever. You don't know what's going on. And you can message them. And if they don't respond and tell you what's going on, it can be easy to like blame yourself. And you're like, oh my gosh, why isn't this person responding to me? But 9 times out of 10, it's something that's going on in their life. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I was just so encouraged that Sarah was just like, oh, I'm just touching base with you. I know jury duty is sucking. It's so boring. Oh, it sure is. And it kind of gave me an in to talk to her still, even though I'm not talking Beachbody stuff. It still gave me a in. You know what I mean? To show her, hey, I'm still here. I'm still excited about it. Even though I wasn't saying that, I'm answering her. I'm saying, hey, I'm still here, even though I got stuck for like 2 weeks in jury duty. So yeah. So don't be discouraged when people are I know, acting some kind of way at the beginning, because that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's looking like I'm excited, but I'm not doing anything. That's what it's looking like. But that's not the case. And it maybe other people are like that too. It's appearing, it's not appearing the way it is. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm explaining it correctly, but.
No, it makes sense. And a lot of times this is new to people. Like, this is a lifestyle change for a lot of people, and it takes time. So some people you have to baby step with, and other people you can run with, and you'll know that by the actions that they take, you know?
Right.
So I love it. This was a great call. Thank you so much, Natalie. Does anybody else have anything else they want to add, or are we good? All right. Of course. I'm so glad I asked. You gave so much value. I appreciate it. And I look forward to meeting you in Vegas. I'm so excited to where you're going.
Absolutely. It's going to be awesome.
All right. Thanks again.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.